my name is Asma binti Muhammad Hussein, and today I would like to interview you on anti-corruption. So, firstly, I think you should introduce yourself by stating your name, your age, and where you're from.
Hello, Asma. My name is Nur Maisara. I'm 19 years old and I'm from Singapore.
I'm Ajana Inchira. I'm 19 years old and I'm from Singapore.
Hi, my name is Zakia.
From my understanding, what anti-corruption means is basically a scheme to prevent corruption from happening. So what corruption is to me is when a person abuses their power for their own personal gains. So we can see this, like I can see this happening a lot in my neighboring countries. There is corruption in every government, but I feel like it is more publicly seen by the citizens and by the Southeast Asian citizens from our neighboring countries, which is like as Singaporean, I see it happening in Indonesian government and in the Malaysian government too, where many citizens of that country shows their dissatisfaction of how the government is, leading the country as, and they would describe it as they are corrupted. So this is happening actually everywhere, and we can't we can't possibly get away from it because this is the government and they have like a better power over us. And yeah, I think it's important to have these anti-corruption schemes to prevent to just increase the quality of life for every citizens, everyone in this world. So yeah.
Yes, the meaning of corruption itself is corruption happens when someone in power abuses their position for personal gain. So, for example, taking bribes, giving unfair advantages, or using public money for themselves. But corruption happens to everyone. It will hurt everyone and affect the citizens, and it also slows down progress, increases inequality, and destroy trust. That's why anti-corruption is important because anti-corruption exists so that we have systems, laws, and action that make everything transparent and fair. So it is to make sure that decisions are honest, money is used properly, and everyone is held accountable.
As I don't know what is anti-corruption, it means stopping or preventing people from doing dishonest act or illegal things, especially when they use their power for personal gain.
I want to go to specifics. Citizens currently in Indonesia are hating on the kids of their governments, their politicians, because they are posting their lifestyle, their lavish lifestyle, in social media, on social media, and all basically the citizens feels like all this lavish lifestyle is actually funded by their own citizens, from the taxpayers' money. So this is actually an example of like corruption for me. So, yeah.
Based on my experience, I worked in a F&B workplace and I was the only part-timer there. There were a lot of full-timers, but my manager, she will always ask me to do a lot more tasks than the full-timers there. So there was this time that the closing, my workplace, the closing it's like around 11 p.m. And my manager asked me to do like most of the closing duties and the full-timers can go back early. And for me, in my opinion, it's a bit hard because I had school in the next day, and it's unfair because the full timers are given a much higher salary than me, but I need to do a lot more tasks than them. So I think that it is really unfair for for my manager to do that.
So, would you say that as a part-timer, your job scope isn't to do all the work that you did in your workplace?
Yes, actually the job scope is only to do my station, like closing for my station, but I had to do the full timers duties just because my manager is close with them, so he have favoritism.
Some of the examples of corruption that I know in my life is bribery is when someone pays or gives gifts to get special treatment from others. And another examples are stealing public money. That's when they take money that's meant for the community for personal gain.
I feel like a sign of a corrupted individual is unexplained wealth. So like when their lifestyle, their expensive lifestyle doesn't match their job income, the money that they should be getting from the role they are doing. I think that's a sign of a corrupted individual because there isn't any logical explanation as to why they are having this lavish lifestyle when their job income, usually their field doesn't give them that, doesn't match that lifestyle, like with their income that they are getting. So I think unexplained wealth is definitely one of the signs.
They will show favoritism. So instead of being fair, they will reward friends and close ones even when they don't deserve it. And their decision benefit a small group but not the organization. Lastly, they will become secretive. Like the government is being secretive because they are not giving us the answers that we have been asking them. They will avoid sharing information and make decision behind closed doors. They just don't like just transparency because the truth will expose them.
One of the signs of a corrupted individual is that they tend to lie a lot or hide important information from others, and they would use their power to benefit themselves instead of helping others.
The purpose of this interview is actually to raise awareness about anti-corruption. It is important because raising this awareness promotes transparency and also help to build a social culture where integrity and also especially accountability are the standard.